Hey everyone, so I was tagged by Edible Napalm, the Barbarian Destroyer, with a vengeance dude, who is easily one of the funniest people here on YouTube, for my 5 facts video. Now I know I've done uh, my 5 facts video before, but he thought, I'll do another one. You know, you're not the boss of me, I can do what I want. Although, saying that, trying to think of 5 more interesting facts about myself was quite hard. I've had to stretch the definition of interesting a little bit. Although saying that, two of these aren't really about me. I mean, they're relevant to me, but one of them's about my brother, and one of them's just a geographical coincidence. But nevertheless, I have 5 facts that I thought of. Although just before I start, I did want to say that once I did rock the edible napalm, long hair and bushy beard look a few years back. I think I have one photo of myself back when I used to look like that, and when I was a lot heavier as well. Maybe I'll show you one of these days if I'm feeling particularly daring. Although my hair wasn't curly like Edward Napalm's, mine was like, a lot straighter. Mine was more like ominous voices, but it was properly long, like down here, and huge bushy beard. I prefer it like this now. It's a lot more manageable. But anyway, I'm ranting and not ranting, sort of going off the subject. I better get on to the 5 facts. So fact number 1. My brother was once one of the top yo-yoers of his age group in the country. Now, some of you may remember that, I think it was about 12 or 13 years ago, there was a huge explosion, like a huge fad for yo-yos, and every sort of young kid was playing with yo-yos, and my brother was no exception. Although, he was the exception when it came to the talent that he had. He was very, very good at it. You may not think that there would be many tricks that you can do with a long piece of string and a bit of plastic, but he could do these incredibly sort of complicated routines, and he was entered into a competition where I think they were trying to sort out the rankings for people in the country, and he went. He was in the under 10 category because he was under 10, and he came fourth, which made him the fourth best under 10 yo-yoer. Is it yo-yoer? Or yo-yoist? Yo-yo ma? That's not yo-yo ma. Right, he was the fourth best under 10 yo-yo person who liked playing with yo-yos in the country, which is a pretty cool feat. When you think about it. I mean, I'm sure he didn't use it as a chat-up line, but to have that much talent that you were the fourth best in your age group in the entire country, is pretty cool, I think. Okay. Fact number 2. I went to the same school as Cary Grant. Not at the same time, obviously, but I did go to the same school. If you don't know who Cary Grant is, you should be ashamed of yourself, because he was one of the biggest mega movie stars, on the planet during the 30s and 40s and 50s. During the golden era of Hollywood. I mean, he was up there with Humphrey Bogart and Marlene Dietrich, Katharine Hepburn, and Clark Gable, people like that. I mean, he was just huge, and he was starred in films such as Arsenic and Old Lace, North by Northwest, which was directed by Alfred Hitchcock, Philadelphia Story. I mean, just hugely classic, influential films. And he went to the same school as me. Many people may not know that he was born in Bristol, and he went to what is now called Fairfield High School, but was called Fairfield Grammar School when he went and when I went. He actually got expelled for sneaking into the girls' lavatories, and there's little scamp he was, and there's actually a blue plaque that they have outside the school saying that Cary Grant, or as he was known, an Archibald Leach, went to this school. Though it's the area around it is pretty shit. I don't know what it was like back then, but now it's just it's full of like drugs and gangs and violence and things like that. But I went there, and it wasn't a particularly great time, but same school as Cary Grant. Not many people can say that they went to the same school as one of the biggest movie stars on the planet. Okay, fact number 3. As you can see behind me, I have quite a lot of DVDs, but I also collect limited edition DVDs as well. Now, being the gigantic nerd that I am, us nerds seem to have a penchant for sort of collecting things, and collecting things that are of a limited edition. And so I've combined my nerdish tendencies for super limited, mega, ultra, director's cut, numbered editions of things with my passion for movies. I'm going to show you a couple of what I have. I'm only going to show you 3, so you won't get bored, I promise. Um, this one, the next two kind of are also examples of the next fact that I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell you. This is Kill Bill Volume 1 limited edition Japanese box set. As you can see, it comes with some pretty cool things like a t-shirt and like a little toy sword from the film. And of course, with Kill Bill 1, you get next one, Kill Bill 2. This is still sealed, but it has like a t-shirt and a keyring of Pai Mei, the martial arts expert, and sort of like limited edition things like that. And this is probably one of my favourite ones actually. It's the Blade Runner numbered box set in a suitcase thing. I don't know what it's called exactly, but that's how I say it. It comes with a lot of things, as you can see. The sort of the 5-disc ultimate cut of Blade Runner, like a little replica miniature unicorn they have in the film. If you've seen it, I won't spoil it for you if you haven't. But you know, these things, I like them because you know they are limited edition. They also come with a lot of cool things that you can play with that come with the film, or that things that were in the film, or you know, are to do with the film. And some of them are very informative as well. They come with sort of books about what it was like making the film, and you know, influences that they had, and influences that they have had on other films. I'm just, you know, interested in films, sort of full stop. Okay, fact number 4 is I have a big interest in Japanese culture, as I was saying with as you can tell with the Kill Bill box sets. I think it started with Pokemon, I think, which was sort of very popular 10-11 years ago. I used to watch that, and I think that's where my fascination or interest with anime came from. I used to collect the Pokemon cards, sort of the more rarer ones, and I used to love the Japanese ones more. You know, they just seemed cooler. You know, they have like they had better pictures, and they had the Japanese writing, and they just seemed sort of more special than the sort of the ordinary English ones. I still have them, you know, up in the attic somewhere. I'm waiting for them to become valuable again. You know, nowadays sort of the 80s stuff has come back. You know, they're making an A-Team film. They were thinking about making a Thundercats film. I don't know if they're still going to do that. Transformers, obviously. So I have to wait about another 15 years until Pokemon comes back, and I'll be able to sell them for a huge inflated price and become rich, hopefully. The next fact is, I'm probably going to waffle on for a little bit, so I'll leave this here, and you know, if you want to watch the next video, then by all means. But for now, cheerio.